Hello, everybody. Cedric and CJ here, and we will be reviewing All Elite Wrestling Collision. And before that, we got viewer comment or listener comment, and it comes from Zemo times 2534. So, you know, as we've already stated, his power level is getting up there. He's not Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. He's more like grown up Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But he's getting there. So you know what he is? He's Nappa, but on the verge of Vegeta, but clearly stronger than Raditz.
What the hell?
What?
Nappa?
Yeah, Nappa. Nappa was awesome. But then again, I'm more fond of the Dragon Ball Z abridged version
of Nappa,
by Team 4-Star. Yes, I'm more fond of that one. Ghost Nappa was awesome. So he's commenting on the All Out. So he says Booker T has always been a WWE company man. He will take any opportunity to kiss WWE butt and make them look better than they actually are. To Booker, it doesn't matter that this is the same company that will make deals with countries that are homophobic and endorses public executions of journalists because they can do no wrong in his eyes. And it ain't that they can't do any wrong. You don't bite the hand that feed you. And wrestling fed Booker T. Booker T is the same guy that when all of the other black wrestlers decided to do legal complaints about the overt racism going on under the tutelage booking of Ole Anderson. They all got fired. They were not asked to come back to the company. Booker T chose not to side with them because he'd rather make money, feed his family and whatnot. And he was rewarded for doing such a thing. He was rewarded for not supporting his people under racist bookings and whatnot. I mean, even the white governor, the mayor of the wife of the governor had to ask, why do all the black people lose? It's like, oh, it's bad when the privilege can see it.
Yeah, really.
It's bad when the privilege can see it. And that's back in the day. Okay, so Booker T is looking out for him and his family. And I get it. That is a toss-up struggle because do you do the right thing and go broke, poor, and never work again, absolutely blacklisted for standing up to a business dominated by white people? Do you just say, you know what? Screw you guys, I'm getting paid. Like, what is it, Flavor Flav, when he got roasted and dude was like, man, it was talking all that trash about you. He was like, yeah, but they got to pay me, boy. And I was like, Got a point.
Yeah.
Got a point. So after that court case, I'll tell you this. I get it and I understand it. But after WCW and all that stuff, and then it got bought out, the test of Booker T and who he is as a person was when you got to sell out to make it. So I don't know if you remember, but after that, the NWO goes to WWF at the time, and Booker T is there, and he's in the group. He had his what we would call PZ naps because he was at the beginning of growing his locks out. And Kevin Nash makes the notion, somebody here doesn't fit the mold. Someone here doesn't look like the rest. And Booker T looks absolutely oblivious to it. And I don't know how much of that was acting or not, but they beat his ass and they beat him down, kicked him out, and Booker had not a thing to say about it. You got your ass whooped on national TV in the wrestling business, you know, things like that is what you have to come back on, right? Someone jump you and beat you down. You don't just walk away. It's wrestling. You're supposed to have beef with that. Are you going to beat me down? You going to try to humiliate me? I got something for you, partner. And then you go after him. And then there you go. You got your rivalry. You got your tickets and all this other stuff. And people can't wait to see it. So long as the fighting and the promos are good. Booker T is like, I ain't going to say nothing about that. And then he went on to, he never won the WWF Heavyweight Championship. But he, King Booker and the other stuff he did. So, you know,
what was he 5-time champion with?
WCW.
Oh, the belt that went to WWE.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why, you know, 5-time WCW champion. They rewarded him there for you know, bailing on his people in their time of need. That's what happened. And I was about to say anyway, as Zimmo says, anyway. He says, anyway, the show. There were only 3 bouts I wanted to see. Danielson versus Ricky, Miro versus Hobbs, and Eddie and Shibata versus BCC. I have only seen the strap match, and it was great. Ricky looked strong, even in defeat, thanks to Danielson. I got something to tell you about that. Mm-hmm. Danielson has the ability to make himself and his opponent look good. So I am not surprised the match was good. I got something to tell you about that. And seeing Steamboat get physical was great. Now that was awesome. I know he is retired, but if he wanted to, he could get back in the ring and compete again. He is in great shape. Age has made him better. Yes. So the media press scrum. Here you go. But Danielson, somebody had asked him about coming back too soon. And he was like, oh, you know, yeah, but they talked to the doctors and stuff. What can he do? What can he not do? He listened to them, even though he doesn't have to. But he listened to the doctors and he wanted to do things right. And he said that he never threw a punch or a chop with his right arm. You can still see that there. I thought it was a bicep break, but no. You know, I thought it was what's it called, the humerus?
One of the humerus. Yeah, humerus is in the bicep.
But this is in the forearm. So you can see that it must be a rod, maybe on the outside of the bone, until they get, okay, you're healed, taking the rod out. Who knows? I got a titanium rod in my shin. So he said that he never threw a punch or a chop. Mainly he worked from the left-handed side. Ricky Starks, he said Ricky Starks carried him through that match. Ricky Starks basically led that match. You know, Danielson and Ricky probably worked equal during that match. Talked about it in the back and went through it back and forth, 50-50, getting it done. Ricky is a veteran in my eyes. I don't know if he's a ring general, but he is certainly a veteran. Danielson, I noticed how he was throwing he was whipping him, strapping him. And while we got our, reservations about that, it was, he worked odd because he was mainly using his left hand. And he was whipping him odd like. Ricky Starks made sure to work, so that Danielson had to strike him hard camera wise with his left arm, which looked weird. So Ricky Starks is the one that made him look good. Ricky Starks is the one that more or less carried the match, but at least carried him through it, at least, even if he didn't lead it. It's a testament to how amazing Ricky Starks is.
Yeah.
It really is. We all know Bryan Danielson is amazing. We already know that.
His lighthouse is well kept.
Yes, the lighthouse man. Because that's what he looks like, the lighthouse man.
He's like a Chrysler lighthouse keeper that's in great shape.
Ricky Steamboat, if he wanted to, he could get in there and wrestle. It'd be a slow pace. But he can still get in there and do what he got to do and look great.
You wrestle Christian. Christian's the right pace for him.
Yeah. Or even Hobbs, but
no, Christian.
Here you go. Stop hating.
Hey man, he the one that punch and then circle you 4 times, then punch you again.
Yeah. He says, I love Claudio, but I wish AEW would put more emphasis on his reign as Ring of Honor champion.
Agreed.
Fans forget that he is the champion because he usually plays second fiddle to
Goon.
Yeah, which he wrote Mox, which is an insult to Claudio and the Ring of Honor belt. Yes. I mean, that's all true.
And good. Damn name.
Goon.
Claudio is very much in control of what he does as a member of the BCC.
He don't get any of that on him.
He does not.
Let's see here. Hobbs has lost too many bouts. If this keeps up, he will ask for his release and go to WWE. Who knows how badly they will waste him? And that's true. Mm-hmm. But Hobbs does need that level of training. He was going to get it from Ace Steel, but Tony Khan fired Ace Steel
for some reason.
Yeah.
not quite sure why.
Yep. Let's see. Adam Cole is a good wrestler, and I just do not get why people criticize him.
Yeah.
The common complaint is that he is too small, which is BS. Rey Mysterio is smaller than Adam, and everyone loves him except Vince. I think he was trying to say Vince. I do not judge a wrestler by size. I judge by their skill and personality. Adam has the personality and the skill. With that said, I will admit that it is annoying that he spams the super kick. Everyone uses the kick and it is annoying. Even I get slightly annoyed by that aspect of contemporary wrestling. I know Cole can do better. I have seen it. Yeah, same here. Frankly, I wish he'd never signed with AEW because the Elite and Tony Khan are a bad influence on him. I agree with that. Like I said, I do not hate indie wrestling, but the style is overexposed in today's wrestling scene. That is also my issue. Like, if indie wrestling was done sparingly, it would be a money maker. It would be a money maker, but it's seen, it's known, and it's a clear clash right now. Anyway, main event. The only Mox match where he doesn't bleed. Never thought I'd see the day. I do wish Cassidy dropped the belt to Archer or Shibata, but I guess AEW wanted to build up Cassidy just to feed him to Mox. Who knows how long Mox will hold that belt. Good commentary, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Emma.
Yep, thank you. Thank you very much. If you want to write in, hey, leave a comment here on YouTube or on Spreaker, or you can send it to crw717@mail.com. So keep that in mind.
I listened to Cedric when he's talking about Adam Cole.
So why are you talking all low?
So I am. I listened to Cedric when he's talking about Adam Cole, and when I watch the matches, I do my best to keep my venomous dismay about him at bay. But he has not proven Cedric right yet.
Yeah, especially I cringe a lot watching. I'm like, dude.
Especially in that last match. If you are fighting for your life against 2 people, I mean, are you really going to stop to take the time to do a super kick? No. Eye pokes, knee kicks,
body blows, uppercuts, scratches, and scrapes.
Anything you can to keep them from whooping on you. And I'm waiting. That's all I can say. I'm waiting.
I must just say I think we are seeing the best of Adam Cole.
I don't bag on him being small. He can be small. Him and his girl can be the same size. That's fine. That doesn't bother me none. You know, she likes Jesus. Okay, that's fine too. But do something in the ring, Jesus man. And they don't do it.
I know Adam Cole he's great. He is. When he was his match against Max, by and large, was different than what you've seen in his tag matches or his indie style matches. Yeah, he still does all those moves, but it's not super kick ad nauseum. It's not that. So it's sad to say, Adam Cole has proven only this. All right, he's only proven that he is no ring general, and he's a veteran by duration in the ring, not anything else. Because I do not believe that he has the wrestling mental maturity to lead a match. I just don't. And if he did lead that match with MJF, then why don't he just do that more often? Not that type of match, but kill a lot of the stupid and a lot of the indie and wrestle like he got some damn sense.
And for that match, I like watching MJF wrestle when he wrestles the way he needs to wrestle.
Yeah.
For that last match, that wasn't it.
No.
That was just catering to the storyline and the bromance and all that crap. So basically, in order for Adam Cole to look good, they had to dumb down MJF. That's what that says to me.
Yes. See, Zedra will say the real harsh stuff. I'm trying to be nice, but yet factual. As factual as I can be with the knowledge that I have that's been presented before me. So I'm being measured with my words right now, okay?
I'm not being mean. I'm just being blunt.
As pretty much synonymous with you.
Being mean and being blunt are different.
I'm not a murderer. I just end lies.
No. I can be mean. Like when I'm at work, you ask me a question, I'm going to give you an answer. And it's going to be straight, but it's not going to be mean. Because I can be mean, but I need to keep my job.
Yeah, if she had listened to me, she'd have got put in prison ages ago. Those people would be begging for it. They'd be begging for it.
They do.
Okay. Wow. I'm seriously though, Zemo, thank you for your comments and stuff. We really appreciate it, and we'd appreciate hearing from more of you. So let's get cracking, okay?
Good old Collision.
Yeah. See, my mic is working all of a sudden. I got to load it further down on me here. There we go. Button up collar shirt. So I put it at the bottom. We'll see how that goes. So Collision begins with it's all right for a fight and all that stuff. This Collision is proving too many things. This Collision proved a lot of things. That firing CM Punk was a mistake. That keeping the EVPs who, how can I say, they through their BS, lies, and rhetoric instigated all of this, and they can easily say, dude, we did not tell you to go out there, Adam Page, and say all that crap publicly. That was on you.
Yeah.
That was on you.
Nobody told Jack Perry to do what he did.
But what that did was expose the power of the Bucks, the Jacksons in the back. That's what that did. Both of those things proved we don't like you. We don't want you here because you are a threat to our popularity. A threat not to the jobs, but you're going to get your way, and our way is the indie way, and that's what they were fighting for. They enjoyed the indie style. It's more of a free fight style, and I get it. I understand it, but there are no rules to the indie style. There's none. The indie style is please the fans, pop them at every part of the match that you can. Get rid of all the boring side headlocks, the takedowns, and the holds, and just keep the action going at all costs, at any pace that there is. You are no longer a professional wrestler. You are walking, dangling keys. That's what I don't like about the indie style.
That bleeds.
That bleeds. And CM Punk was a threat to that. So they got rid of him like that. That's why they bowed up to him. That's why they crashed in his door. That's why Jungle Boy talked that trash in the camera at him. That's why Adam Page talked that weird, this doesn't go with what we're trying to do crap. And they had to end that because it got serious. And Punk called him out on it. On social media and right there national TV. And they disciplined those under the attack, not those doing the attack. That's the problem. You know, human resources protects the company, not the employees.
Whatever the hell that discipline committee is.
Yeah. Not disciplinary, discipline. And he listened to them.
Were they caning folks back there?
Oh man, just go to Saudi Arabia. So this begins with the international title defense. It's Goon versus defending against Action Andretti. Wow, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Goon wins with a sleeper choke.
Yeah, we
saw
moved
enough,
on.
We saw enough embarrassing, stupid mess by Action Andretti. We saw enough near misses and bad spots that he couldn't land and Goon couldn't sell and he couldn't take them. So we saw enough of that trying to skip through. Next, and this should have been, I'm going to say at least second to the main event. TBS title match. Robin Renegade versus Chris Statlander. Who has the open challenge? So
Robin Renegade's good.
Yes, she is. She got her hair done.
And her sister.
But that was done when it was like the first 30 seconds of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Statlander is she doesn't wrestle well in this. She's a stiff board. She doesn't know. It's almost like she didn't know what she was doing because something tells me Robin was leading the match because Chris doesn't have the experience. It don't seem like Robin should either, but she might have more ring experience than Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this match ends.
But look, I'm going to repeat what I said.
Well, look, hey, CRWC, comparative reasoning wrestling commentary. So have at it.
Okay, so Statlander is a large woman. She's large stature. She's big. She's thick. She has capacity to be very powerful. She could be such a force. Think about what Athena's doing at ROH, and she's powerful and she's short as I don't know what. She's one of the shortest people over there, and she's running through people. I'm like, imagine what Chris Statlander can do. But she came in, put a halt to Jade's long title run, being undefeated. Slides in there, slimy like, wins the belt. Okay? And now she's got it. When she first got it, she like she wanted to break down and cry the whole time. Emotional back on the scene wrestling. I get that. But she should have been ready to bounce back from that and choose a way to be and be it. And she has been like changing her persona every 3 to 4 weeks, trying different things. None of it's working. You don't buy any of it. It doesn't seem genuine. We don't know who she is. She doesn't give a good promo, and she wastes all the power and the skill that she probably has. And it's like, what happened to you? She moves better now than when she first got back, probably having to adjust and have more confidence in the knees, but it's deeper than just the knees. And to me, I'm like, The way she came in, took the title, and then the way she's holding it is disrespectful. No matter what Jade said outside of AEW on Twitter or whatever, is disrespectful for what she did as champion. At what Jade did when she was there as champion. And I was like, if I was Jade, I'd be pissed. Now you can continue.
Okay, good. I thought you was gonna go in the other direction. Okay. This match concludes with an O'Connor roll for the champion to retain her belt. But it was a weak O'Connor roll.
Weak.
I wrote, this is what I wrote. Weak O'Connor roll that was on two, which was on two, half into applying the holds. It was one, just to lay her down, and she's up vertical. She leans back, two, she half gets set, three. And note, rule is to not count until the attacker and the defender is set.
You know, so it seems like, one, the ref knew the finish. Two, was rushing it along.
It is pathetic officiating. It's terrible. It's gross. Let the wrestler, the attacker, get set. And if the defender cannot get his or her or their shoulders, one of them or both of them, off of that mat, the count must go. It's that simple. The crowd is then in for a treat. The Renegades attack Chris Statlander. The crowd is like, okay,
yep,
this is happening.
Yep.
They did not care.
Nope. Did not care.
And then suddenly, the storm is coming. And they pop.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets louder when Jade comes out and poses.
Mm-hmm.
She comes down to the ring looking as good as she does.
Yep.
The crowd is lit.
Mm-hmm.
Gives an amazing boot kick to one of the Renegades. There's a high angle, epic choke slam on the other, and stepped off like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She felt that in her jellies.
Yep.
Then hits Jaded on Chris Statlander. Not the best Jaded, but she hit it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was on purpose because she made sure that Chris landed almost knee first. Landed on her knees before anything else. And when you take that move, you land flat. You land on your forearms spread out so you don't dislocate your elbows. Head turned to the side so that your forearms and your abdomen take the brunt of it. That's what you do. Jade made sure she slammed them knees down first. I think that was on purpose. Not unless Jade just hasn't learned a damn thing.
Or unless Chris don't know how to take it.
It's possible. And then Jade holds the belt and says, I missed you so much.
And kissed it so lovingly.
And it looked legit.
Mm-hmm.
She held that and said it as if she was holding her own daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She attacked the baby face. She attacked the heels. And the crowd loved it because they loved Jade Cargill.
Mm-hmm.
Mara Sterling comes in and aids her in leaving.
After she drops the belt on Chris.
Yup. Look, I enjoy seeing her back. I enjoy seeing how you watch Chris Statlander's best matches being champion, and she is in the shadow of Jade Cargill. Jade comes in and throws everything with rhythm and authority. Authority. Chris Statlander could easily be that. She's got height. She's got weight.
She has what she is missing is presence.
Mm-hmm.
Because she doesn't know who she is.
Like, I can't be an alien. I don't know what to be. I think it's adorable, though.
You ask Jay,
an alien.
You know, ask Jay who she is. What's Jay gonna say? Oh, I'm that bitch.
Yep.
And that's it.
Good girl, bad girl. She's that bitch. I'm just saying. I got a little emotional. She held that belt. I've missed you so much. I was like, oh my God.
And kissed it. It was just as sweet and tender as can be.
I was like, my goodness. I admit, you know, I'm not happy seeing Jade back because she's shown that she doesn't care to learn how to wrestle. That's what she has shown. She got in, she got the moves, she can put them in order, she can apply them, but she doesn't care to pro wrestle. So she's not indie, but she's not traditional. You know?
She's a means to an end. She's one of the wrestlers trying to use wrestling to get elsewhere. Because, yes. You know, everybody wants to be Dwayne Johnson.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be Dwayne Johnson.
Motion pictures and TV shows, baby. You know, that's what we're going to do, everybody. So, Jade, don't do shit you don't know how to do. So, they go to the back, and Ruby's angry that her friend cost her the chance at the belt. Saraya will go into Grand Slam as champion and leave as champion, and Cedar asks, will you wrestle in between?
No, she won't.
Claudio and Kingston argue with a major jump cut in the beginning. Eddie will put his new title on the line, a title that he loves so much and would die for, although he just got it. That's like being in a relationship with your significant other for like 45 minutes and be like, I'll die for you. Like, whoa.
Yeah, that's quite the leap.
Yeah. Can I get a refill on this tea on
the
first
can we date? Can we get through the first meal? So, as a matter of fact, I'm finna go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Go in and text. Can you get out of here?
Help. I'm out. Somebody. Help me out.
It's been an emergency. My mother's on fire and her health is burning down. I gotta go.
I gotta go. Yeah. What about your purse?
I gotta go.
I gotta go. So it's a trios tag match. Bullet Club Gold, the Guns, and Juice Robinson versus Gravity, the Legend, Aerostar, and Dios del Inframundo. So God of the Underworld.
It's cool.
Yep. And I've seen Dios del Inframundo in the past.
And we've seen Aerostar in the past.
In the past. Literally in a Mexican restaurant, eating their food, and they're sitting around with us watching CMLL.
Oh, man. Woo, that's back in the day.
Yes. Where we got massive discounts. And we were... Damn, I missed that. Oh, that was some of the...
We hit the door. One time we hit the door and we sat down and we went to order and they brought us our food. Okay. We looked at the menu to order, and when they came over to us the first time, they brought us our food and our tea.
It's like, whoa.
That's how well they knew us.
Yep. And always charged us like less than 50%. It was always, they take like 45% off, sometimes 58% off. It just depended. $6 and something for it, but then we would pay like $2.45 or something. It was always something. But leg sweep faceplant by Juice Robinson for the win on Underworld. So that's how they won. No, we weren't gonna watch that match. Matter of fact, a lot of this stuff we didn't care to watch because we're gonna get into that. But then CJ with a hot and flexible promo. All right. Let's move past that.
I liked it though.
It was a good promo.
I was feeling what she said promo. And how she said
it's just, I'm not going to put too much stock into things that don't stay.
No stock. I'm just giving my yay or nay.
I wanted to enjoy, but I was like, we won't be seeing you in 2 months. So I just like, I don't care. Dark Order with a stupid promo.
Yeah, didn't get it.
The Acclaim with a stupid promo.
Didn't watch it.
Rey Fenix and Angelico wrestled, and Rey won with the Tenzan Tombstone Driver and then the pin on Angelico, who is much better than him.
Much better than him, but of course we never really see what he can do ever.
Not fully. We've seen
what he can do fully once.
Yeah.
And we were blown away, and then we never saw it again, and we're not going to ever see it again.
Because,
it's wrestling.
Can't be better than the Bucks. FTR makes an open challenge to any young team that wants to prove themselves to FTR and or AEW. And asked if Shivani had somebody. He's like, oh, no, okay. Roderick Strong versus Darby Allin. Darby gets wasted in the back by Christian and Luchasaurus. And Christian's like, finish him off. He long darts him into the what's it called? The hangar door, the bay door.
Yeah.
So I wrote Allin will come out and he will win. Would you like to know more? If y'all know what reference that is, you get like 18 e-cookies and a hug. Allin does come out and Nick Wayne's like, I know you're busted up. I know you're broken inside and you got nothing. Your ribs are taped and you just got all beat up and humiliated and stuff. But man, they want you to lose. You can't let them win by you losing. You gotta fight, man. Get your little body up and fight, man.
Get your little body up.
So Roderick Strong, he wins with a suplex rear lung blower for the pin. And Darby Allin's like, you know what? I was destroyed. I was annihilated. But I had a really long match that I shouldn't have had because I'm a star. And then Booker T is like, you know what? It was a bad move. You'd have won if you didn't know CM Punk.
So that's why if you weren't aware of his existence, you would have won that match.
So then Keith Lee says that he's on Collision and everyone needs to run wearing a beautiful white one-piece hoodie.
Yep.
Speaking like a nobleman.
Yep.
I ain't saying he's got to be an angry, caveman or anything, but, it's like, I'm Keith Lee, strongest man on AEW, strongest man in the roster, strongest man in the locker room, strongest man in the ring, bar none. I am going to come here. I am going to stomp everybody out. I'm going to win. That's just what I'm going to do. So you can be in the ring, you can run, you can fly, you can do whatever you want to do. But at the end, it's going to be a slam, a pin, and me getting that belt from anyone who has it when I deem it my time to take it. And he could end with that. Or, hello, my name is Keith Lee, and I am here to present myself as a threat, and I suggest that all of you run.
I didn't buy this one, and I wouldn't have bought the one you just presented because.
Why not? I thought I did a good job.
I didn't say you didn't do a good job. It's about the build up, and he show up, do a match, disappear. Show up, do a match, disappear. I don't know what deal he's got or doesn't have, but as I said a few days ago, Swerve has struggled and clawed this whole year to stay relevant. I don't know if Keith Lee just thinks I'm here so I should be relevant, but he's not.
Nope.
He's not.
You are nobody because Tony Khan's booking style is a rotation. And that's why you'll never be seen.
And he doesn't like big men.
Nope. Out of the frying pan and into the fire, the path of battle has appeared, and he is Lee. And he is gone.
I don't know if he disliked big men during the Attitude Era, which is probably his bread and butter in his very, very adolescent mind. I don't know if he got bullied by big men. I don't know if his dad's a big man, but he does not. Absolutely. Positively does not like the larger men.
All right, CJ. Let me narrow this down. Let me narrow it down for you, okay, baby?
Sure.
What's the one thing big men can do in wrestling? Annihilate any little man. And most of this company are little men.
Little small-waisted men.
Hobbs, Miro, Lee, Big Bill, all right?
Archer.
They're not going to be on the show much because if they are, they get recognized. They get, that social clout. people say, he should beat this person. This person has to be, I don't know, Action Andretti size.
The only big man who does well
is Goon and Claudio.
Goon is not big. Goon is not a big man. Claudio is a tall, well-proportioned, lean man.
Okay. Goon's not big. Then what is Darby Allin?
He's small.
What's the Young Bucks?
Small.
Action Andretti?
Small.
Compared to Goon, I mean, look at Goon. He's big.
Goon compared to Miro. Goon compared to Hobbs. Goon compared to Archer.
Or Lee.
He is a medium man with a small mind. Claudio is a tall man. Taller than Goon.
Yeah.
Very well proportioned.
And he can move.
But he is not a big man.
You know what? Hey, anyone listening, I want y'all to think about this. Think about this. Watch Athena on Ring of Honor. Watch her segments. All right? And just the way she carries herself. Just think about this. It's almost like you think she's taller than Goon. Mm-hmm. And you got to think about it like, no, she's got to be 2 feet shorter. Mm-hmm. But the way she carries herself, you would think she must be as big as him.
And the way she conducts her business in the ring.
And then you think, Jade could beat the hell out of Goon. So that's what you think. Jade carries herself like that. But Jade can more or less sell. Mm-hmm. So she's got advantages, at least. So we get into a flurry of things, all right? You ready?
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson talks to Tony Schiavone in the ring. He cuts a promo like, look, my daughter wants me to leave. And they're like, no. And he's like, I ain't going anywhere because damn my daughter and damn all y'all.
No, he didn't say it like that. He said she's 6.
He said, this little rapscallion piece of crap, crumb-snatching daughter of mine who has no respect for the money I made for her to have all the perks that she got wants me to stop my business, my love, and, I go home and I'm going to suplex that girl off the roof.
That's what he said. He's going to go home and suplex his daughter on her head into hell. That's what he said.
No, he said he's going to suplex her off the roof, and into a haystack, of barbed wire because she needs to learn to grow up and be hardcore. He never said he'd dump her on her head. Not once. You can go find a clip. He never said it.
We can go find a clip, and I think it's a lot that he didn't say.
Well, no, I'm telling the truth. You can trust me. Just trust me. Trust me. So, okay. Basically, his daughter's like, Dad, will you come home? Will you retire? Yada, yada. And he's like, I made a promise, and I don't know how long it's going to be, but until I have to go, until I have to retire, I'm going to be here, and I'll be kicking heads in. And then Starks comes out, talks up that he wanted the full course meal instead of some crumbs. But you know what? He's greedy, and he just wants to take and take and take and take. And Bryan is like, man, I wish you would just shut up and let me finish because then I want you to join us. We're forged in blood. And he's like, yeah. And Big Bill's like, yeah, I'm going to just beat the hell out of you, Bryan. And so I was like, bro, get off of him, man. It's my turn. And he beats the hell out of Bryan. And then Goon runs in. He's like, I'm going to jump on you, Big Bill, as if I weigh 160 pounds. Mm-hmm. And then Bill's like, yo, get off me, man. So Big Bill Bill's Goon and gently pounds him out. You showing you a little too kind there, Big Bill. You're a little kind. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to be safe. We know that Goon bleeds at the drop of somebody else's hat.
I know you blow on him and he start bleeding.
But, throw those shots or, just show, some forearm shivers to a grounded opponent's elbow or slam them down on the collarbone with your forearm just slightly covering the jaw to make it look like something. Just work it. Just work it. Just don't look so gentle like you did. That would be my advice if he ever some year heard this. But then Starks, his music hits and he parades around with absolute antagonism. Mm-hmm. I mean, he was like, I won, I did it. That's how he was. I'm the champ. So post-attack, Shivani says, talking to Big Bill after the commercial, I don't know what Tony Starks is up to. I wrote Cedra Pops. Big Bill has a look. He has a look on his face.
I had to roll it back. I'm like, this dude just called him Tony Starks.
And I'm sure Ricky Starks can be like, you're going to confuse me with Tony Starks. Not exactly the same skin complexion, but, we got about the same money. So I understand why you get that confused. But he's fictitious and I'm real because I'm really whooping Danielson's ass. He could come out with something like that. I don't know. It's up to him. Still.
But the look on Bill's face was like,
okay. Wow.
You know who the hell you working with?
Let's move on. Big Bill did the best he could.
So Tony, what did Tony start doing? I don't know. What is he doing?
I couldn't have been in Big Bill's position at that moment because it would have been something like that. Like I know I know Ricky is wealthy, but you got the wrong guy.
I am not teamed with Iron Man. It was on
TV, man. Hey, see, you laughing, you clowning, but it wasn't that long ago. You and I was like, it's Starks, but who is the boy? That's where we were. Who is he?
We couldn't remember his first name, but we sure didn't call him somebody out of the comic book.
We did. I did. And I'm like, I know it's not that, but, and I was like, what? I don't. And you're a parent now. We're parents. Intellect goes out the window. It's like, boy, you know your name.
Yep.
You Starks, boy. Yes.
You know who you are.
You got the curly hair up top. You got the mean face and the dapper clothes. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Don't make me try to figure out your name.
Get over here and do your damn promo. I'm 70-something. I don't give a shit no more. Tell the Shivani don't give a shit no more.
Nope.
Him and JR, they like, psh.
Don't care because why care so much for a company that doesn't respect itself? That's why you piss on the floor in a graffiti-filled bathroom with crap on the seats. You just say, you know what? Does it really matter?
Yeah, JR, after he had was it the stroke he had a long time ago and his face went still?
Yeah, cerebral palsy.
Okay. After that, his face was like that. But I'm telling you, man, even if his face didn't have a choice, that probably the face he'd be wearing every time he's in AEW.
You can hear it in his tone and certain things that JR says. This doesn't make sense. Why would you do this? Why would
Why just go for the pin?
Yep. You just beat the man down. You just hit your finish. Go for the pin. Why would you pick a man up after a devastating move like that? Yes. Jim Ross is trying to commentate Fire Pro. That's what he's trying to. Oh my goodness! No, I don't have any of my wrestlers picking people up after a devastating move because winning is important. So, after Cedra Pop, Bill has a look on his face. He tries to play it off, plays off the flub. Bill says that he beat down Goon and then he'll do it in his hometown next week. Then Lucha Brothers come in, and my glasses done got foggy. Okay. They come in. Phoenix says that he needs to get in the back of line because he's going to become the international champion first. And Bill tells him to get in the back of line, and he needs to worry about his brother who's about to get manhandled by Samoa Joe. They ain't got nothing to say after that. They leave. So then we get Samoa Joe versus Penta, and Joe wins with the sleeper choke. That's how that went. And look, I just wanted to give results, but I'll say this though, Joe and Penta was a good match.
It was a good match. Penta came out in black and gold. He looked good. He always looks good in his outfit. This was a very nice outfit.
I keep wanting to call him Pentagon, his old name, but I can't.
Yeah.
That's owned by Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre.
Oh, that's why he doesn't use that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why he doesn't use it.
Okay, but him and Joe did have a very good match. It was competitive, and he proved what Cedric and I said right again. When he is not with his brother, he does very well.
Him did it.
Mm-hmm. He needs to give his brother some gear tips, because every time Phoenix comes out, it just looks like somebody puked on some pants and he like shellacked them and put them on.
Yep. Penta. Okay, look, Penta. I like how he was countering Joe's walk away.
Mm-hmm.
It worked when Penta dove over that rope and Joe walked away and Penta slammed into that table.
Yep.
Like, you ain't putting me in there.
Then the ref started admonishing Joe. So wait a minute.
It's like, all I did was walk over. So it's like, you gonna see him punk me?
Really? I'm supposed to stand here and take the hit. He the one that dove.
Yep.
Why don't you yell at his dumb ass? Laying there in the splinters and shit. Don't be yelling at me.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm standing here. Oh, this dude's jumping. He's gonna. Oh, I'm just gonna walk away. It's like, you're wrong. You evaded. It's like, yeah, I'll let you work that out in the back. But Penta, look, cool outfit, cool intro, and has got Fargo strut. Penta's got the coolest strut in wrestling history.
What is the Fargo strut?
The one that Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett do.
Oh.
And then Jordan Clearwater tried to do his own
That was terrible
version. Yeah. So, but hey, without the Fargo strut, you wouldn't get any other type of strut, right? So that nothing's gonna beat that, because the original is always the best. Why? Because without it, you don't get any predecessors, right?
I suppose.
But I'm just saying,
what you do when you ain't got no damn rhythm.
Penta has the coolest strut in wrestling history. Not the best strut, because the original is always the best, but coolest. Penta has cool style maxed out. It's just that he needs to wrestle those that can lead the match properly and use his high flying sparingly, so that when he does it, it means something. That's what you want. Joe does a good job at that. Him and Penta looked like a struggle. It looked like a fight.
It did.
I would, if it was a star rating, I would give this 3 and maybe a half.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I would do. I like this. Penta's gear was great. His strut is perfect. He dove on Joe, got up strutting. It was just awesome.
Yep.
Good job, Penta. Good job, Joe, as always. And I told Cedric, if it weren't for Joe, I'd skip this match.
Oh yeah, because if it wasn't Joe, it wouldn't have been worth watching. Because Joe know how to handle his business, and is the only legitimate badass walking around
in AEW.
Mox thinks he's a badass. He ain't. He just know how to swing his shoulders.
Mox is playing a badass. There's a difference.
And playing it poorly. He's trying to be Charlie Sheen from 1986.
Oh my God.
1986 Major League.
You're right.
Yes.
Oh crap. And it ain't the song. It's the walk.
Mm-hmm.
It's, my goodness.
The I don't give a care. Nobody understands me. I'm a drink blood. And
oh my damn.
Shit souls.
You really called that out. Crap. What's his name? Vaughn?
Yep.
Oh man. Okay. Anyone out there listening, just think about that, all right? Just think about that. Does that match up? Watch Major League. What you said, 1996?
80.
86.
1986, 88. Somewhere in the 80s.
In there, yeah, just Major League. It's a baseball movie.
It's a great movie.
It's worth the watch.
It's a very good movie.
Yep, it's got your silly, it's got your drama, it's got fights, it's
got sports. You know, sports movies are always better than the actual sport.
Yes. Look, if we didn't have all these other things to watch, I'd be like, let's fire it up.
Yeah.
But look, we appreciate you all listening. We do. But I'm gonna I gotta say this about Collision. Here's some things you need to know.
It's got 2 more weeks.
Yeah, I'm thinking. So look, Tony Khan can't book. It's not about how the match flow that makes a booker. It's who's wrestling who and why and who wins and why. That's not there. There is no continuity.
It's full of plot holes.
Yes.
There's no consistency.
They are legitimately backwood potholes. That's what they are. You got to take the L out of plot. They're just potholes.
You drive a truck.
And we ain't talking about the pot. We're talking about you done fell down
and broke your axle.
Yes. And if you get out the car, you're going to break your ankle. The pothole, you realize, stretches the street. You know, the speed bumps are ramps to clear potholes. That's what they So
we don't fix the hole. We just put in a speed bump.
Increase speed by 20 miles an hour. You know, so that's what that is. Collision lost so many viewers throughout last week's show that their show had less viewers than Rampage, which barely gets any viewers. I thought the Punk people would be mad and leave. The Bucks people would show up. But it seems that the Bucks people are mad at the Bucks, but without Punk there, they have no battle. The catalyst is gone. So now it's like, now all we can do is blame the Bucks. And now you're not going to see the Bucks too much, but you see all the ill that's on Dynamite skipping Rampage and going to Collision to do the same thing.
I am waiting. There has got to be some repercussions for this by the network.
Yeah, well, I had $1 in Warner Discovery.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm losing money in that, and I'm going to have to eventually just say, you know what? I'm going to take a loss, but I'm going to give it a month. I'm going to see what happens.
I mean, if you give someone $52 million to do a show.
$52 million, say, we need this dude.
And the stipulation is you only get this money to do this show if you have this dude. And then you fire the dude. And you claim with cause because, you know, you're scared for your life. No. If you had done a job, I ain't even gonna say your job, any job, it might have been better than the nothing that you did to keep this from happening. Because you don't know how to control your people. When the shit was going around, Jack Perry wants to go through some glass. Tony Khan should have said, no, Perry, that is dangerous. And then that should have been it. But you got no balls.
The fact that it was stated that the people there that were telling them no went to CM Punk meant that expressed that CM Punk was running Collision. He was more or less the general manager. They went to him, not Tony Khan. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but if that dead horse is one of these Bucks or their ilk, then I will have no problem taking that stick to him. But they're in the back and they're arguing at the pay-per-view, and Punk has already been slighted majorly, socially, publicly, nationally. And then he gets there to that crap, and Tony Khan is seeing everything unfold. He fired the wrong one first. And he shouldn't have fired It don't matter if when Jungle Boy got back there and Punk just hauled off and knocked him out. Just say, yeah, talk trash now, boy. If it was like that, be like, hey, they settled it. Because obviously, you know, It's mean girl high school stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to say snarky little remarks, and I'm going to dig at you as much as I can and instigate this best that I can, but I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. And Punk is like, I'm touching you. Pow! You know? And now that he fired Ace Steel, who was not anywhere around, who had done nothing, and he was going to be a trainer. He's got experience. He's going to train them, train others up and train new people. But they fired him because, you know, guilt through association. Now Ace Steel has a legitimate gripe.
Grounds for the lawsuit.
At this point, it becomes conspiracy. And that's what happens. It's gonna take ages for this to play out in any court system if it does.
Should they sue the network?
Who? Who should sue the network?
I said, should they sue the network? Just
Who's
sue,
they?
Punk and Steel.
No.
Sue everybody.
You can't sue the network. The network was like, this is for you. Tony Khan said, screw you. Why? Because the Bucks, you know, they're my friends.
Maybe the network will sue Khan.
The network can sue because that's a breach of contract.
Mm-hmm.
A major
You
breach.
can't control your people, then you shouldn't have a show.
Collision has no continuity. And the fact they had to bring back Jade, I'm sure they paid her more money. The fact that they had to throw out more people and it's not looking good. And I don't know if I want to waste my time watching this. Dynamite is really no different, but it's better. You've already been educated on the silly that's there. So, I don't know. I just might break it down to who win, who had promos, and then just move on. And reviews will be much shorter than this. This is going a while.
We had stuff to say.
We had stuff to say.
And we had to go over what Zemo had to say.
And Zemo and anyone out there that does a reply, you know, even if it's a harsh critique of us, you know, we appreciate it. You know, we're still trying to learn, and we don't know what you all really want to hear. So in order for us to deliver to you what you want, and maybe how you even want it, you have to speak up and let us know so that, you know, it's like, well, we want to hear about chariot races. Well, we didn't know that they had chariot races in AEW.
That's news.
And
that might be more interesting than some of the stuff they got.
Do it Ben Hur style.
Oh man, that would be a watch. I would tune in every week.
So yeah, she's happy.
You don't have to watch the whole movie, but just find the chariot race and Ben Hur, and don't tell me that you're not gonna laugh your ass off, because that's some shit right there. Woo! Make you want to watch it right now.
See, you want to hear it? Here you go. So there's a lot wrong with AEW, and Tony Khan is trying to fill it in with people because his major star is gone, and obviously there's no sign of him returning. And if Punk does return to Collision because Tony Khan is forced to rehire him, you will know it. I'm going to tell you how you'll know it, because the show will look different for the cards. You will not see the idiots up there, because Action Andretti wouldn't have got up there. Period. The Acclaim wouldn't have got up there with that stupid promo. Dark Order wouldn't have been up there with that crap.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this stuff will go away instantly, and then he'll make his return either in the main event or the next week. You know, so that's how that looked. So listen, if other things do happen and I hear about it, you know, wrestling wise, I might give my take on it. But if you're wondering how I feel about certain things, even if I haven't heard about it, hey, I'll try to research something on it, but just ask away. It's all good. And if you think the shows are long enough like this, let us know. If they need to be shorter, let us know, and we'll take out a lot of conjecture and whatnot. we'll just take out a lot of the minutia. We'll do what we got to do for this to be for you. You know, if this is for us, then we could just record it and then make it private and just listen back after a week.
Yeah, I guess that'd be a method.
So I would like to see y'all, although I'm putting more than half of this on YouTube, I would deeply appreciate it if you would go to Spreaker, make an account there. It's free, and hit the play button. And if you don't sign up, at least hit play, turn the volume down, and let it play out. You know, the more we get doing that, you know, the chance of us making money, you know, and I'm trying multiple streams of income. I'm trying to support myself. And if that turns you off, the fact that I'm saying that I would like to make money doing this, just keep in mind that every other podcast, they wouldn't be doing it if they had no money making from it. They're doing it because they're getting paid. If they weren't getting paid, they wouldn't be doing it. And they loaded up with advertisements from all sorts of stuff. So if you listen to them and you're fine with it, and you're not fine with me for the same reasons, then I humbly ask, what's the major difference? What is the major difference? Because everything is the same. I'm going to deliver to you what I love to do, and I'd like to get paid for it. So please let everyone know about Spreaker. Bring them here. At least I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. So with that, this has been Cedric and Cedra for CR Wrestling Commentary, All Elite Wrestling Collision. And with that, please be good, be chill, be safe, because we do want to see you next time.